My name is Cody Florek, and I am the Director of Information Security Operations at Sentry Insurance.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many years have you been coming to CypherCon?
I don't know.
Stop counting.
This is probably the fifth time that I've been here. I got one of the first times I was here was I think CypherCon 2, and I spoke at it. It was fun. It was not at the same venue. It was,
Oh, is that when it was at the Safe House?
yeah.
What'd you speak
Or
at?
no, not at the Safe House. It was
Oh,
it was like on the water.
the art or
It was
museum?
like an art, yeah. And
Yeah.
it was a cool place. And I spoke about AppSec and how to go from network security to application security, because that was a little bit of the journey that I had just come from, and was like, man, that was a bumpy ride, and I want to maybe not make it so bumpy for other people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was a
What was bumpy about it? Just because, is that your background?
well.
Mine?
So, I thought because I had written some code, I had talked to some developers once upon a time, and I understood what, certain types of web attacks meant that I could do application security well. And I was very wrong.
Then you learn there's like a million Java frameworks, right? That could be
Yeah,
implemented 5 million different ways.
Yeah, I mean, not only is it that, but it's like, okay, where is that in the code? And where is that in the pipeline? And how do you actually have a conversation with the developer about how to fix something? And what does that mean for them to do that work in an important way? And can you describe the risk associated with this thing? And similar concepts, but execution's entirely different, right?
And you're so right, yeah, because it's not like go close this port, implement this GPO, change this setting to this, right? From a network perspective, which kind of was that world for a bit, but now it's like, oh, you've got a fundamental problem in like the development of code, how this keeps happening, or infrastructure in
Right.
DevOps world, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you think of your patching cycle, and you just take that for granted to some degree. But that's a whole lot different when you're talking about, well, you write the patch here. You're going from CVE to CWE, and you just you're talking to a different group who have a different set of language, different set of rules, and the way that they deploy something is different. And depending on the shop that you work in, is like, it could be in a million different places and a few different varieties of implementation, So I was trying to ease the gap there for people who are moving away from, or trying to enter into that space. Like, oh, we now have code to secure. What do we do? How do I even have this conversation? And it was a fun talk too, because Stranger Things was like not too far. It was released, and then I did a whole Stranger Things themed presentation.
Nice.
So I was like, I was having a lot of fun with it.
Man,
Yeah.
Stranger Things was that long ago, huh?
I know. I'm dating myself.
Would you ever give a 2.0 of that talk?
Potentially, yeah. It's been a different. You start at one spot, and then I think you have to really commit to get to that next layer. And then once you get to that next layer, now you're finally able to talk about that as like a kind of program level type thing. So there's assessment and understanding how people work, and then there's actually doing that and getting a deep dive into industry in that space. And so I think there is a more corporate style to be had there. I was definitely taking it the first time from you're just a tech person trying to change mindset. I think from, okay, how would you approach that from a program level in a more corporate sense might make for a good 2.0 at some point.
Yeah, and you have all the experience now as well too to lead people in the right direction there.
Yeah, I think the leadership component is useful and good, but you also need a lot of good people to back that and help build, because taking a program from 0 to 1, it's a big bootstrapping effort. So you need a lot of good people willing to kind of put in that time and energy. So.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you like here at CypherCon? Why do you keep coming back?
Because I get to press buttons again.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's so true, though. Like, I mean, there's so much things here. You can go from like 1980s computing, and freaking, you know, to AI biohacking, all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, you get everything here from a hacker tech perspective, and you can be as low tech hacking as you want. We're picking locks, and then you keep working your way up into there's soldering villages. So if you really want to do hardware, I just came from how do you build a satellite base station for low cost, and so I just learned
Where
how.
is that?
Yeah, like I just learned how to like.
I gotta do that.
Yeah, I just learned how to like receive satellite data and potentially look at the satellite imagery for weather stations. Like, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can learn to. Do I want to be a CISO or do I want to be a tech person? That was another talk that occurred today. So you get everything, and the variety of people is just awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. I have some of the best conversations because they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Right? You got someone that's like, I'm a professional lock picker. That's what I do. It's like, oh my gosh, tell me more,
Mm-hmm.
And then there's an ISP. I don't know if it's even called an ISP village or whatever it is, but there's a guy down there that's got the whole like stack that they use in the ISP, and like I'm like, yeah, man, these are the things I want to see. Like, what's the hardware they use? Okay, how do you hack that?
The acceleration of knowledge in some of those villages takes you from I didn't know anything about this to like, oh, that's so cool, and I am so deep in the weeds on this so fast that it would have taken you, many books and many hours on YouTube to try to figure this out. Here you show up, they sit you down, and they tell you.
I know.
Here's how this works.
Face to face, hands on, right? So like, no matter how you like to learn, it's like it's going to be a great way.
The price of admission to the conference, just to get some of those like interesting tidbits, is amazing. So
nice.
Yeah.